What's up, Switch Gang? This is your boy Marlon, back at it again here with another news video. This time we're going to be talking about Nvidia's latest financial report. Analysts believe the company is set for a boost due to a Switch revamp. And so we've been getting countless rumors early part of this year, last year, that we're going to be getting a Switch redesign, whether it be a Switch Pro or a Switch Mini. And so if this is coming from Nvidia's latest physical report, then trust me, something is going to happen here somewhere down the line, either later in 2019, maybe like during the holiday season, or early 2020. I don't see why we can't get a Switch revision, whether it be a Mini or Pro at this point. And so there's two analysts that have something to say here. And so the first up that we have is Arlen Soar, if I'm saying his name correctly. Although gaming channel inventories have largely normalized in the April quarter, gaming growth also appears to be held back somewhat by the well-known notebook CPU shortage, impacting the initial ramp of its notebook businesses. However, we expect seasonal growth in gaming, augmented by ramp of second generation Nintendo Switch for the remainder of the year. So there you go. It seems like we're going to be getting a second generation Nintendo Switch for this remaining part of the year. So I can see something happening maybe in the fall, like November or September. They can bundle it with a game like maybe Pokemon or something like that. So even though Kimishima came out and said, hey, look, I think this was before he stepped down as president, you know, he was kind of hinting at something big for the Nintendo Switch hardware wise. I remember somewhere in an interview there. And of course, Fuwakawa came out in their last physical report and basically state that they have no new hardware announcement at E3. Doesn't mean that they're not going to announce a Switch Pro or a Switch Mini after E3. And so the next analyst is Christopher Rowland. He pretty much said somewhat surprising implied gaming audience beat our expectations, helped in part by a strong return of Switch sales, as the Japanese company is expected to launch a cost reduced version of the Nintendo Switch. So basically, a cost reduce version there. So basically, again, hinting at a Switch Mini, because why would they come out with a much more reduced version? And again, it could also mean that we're getting a Switch Pro as well. It might be less in price as the regular Nintendo Switch, which I don't really see, because if it's more powerful, then they have to charge a little bit more than what we currently have right now with the regular Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about all of this? I mean, two analysts pretty much pinpointing at us getting another Nintendo Switch version later this year. Leave y'all thoughts down in the comment section down below. And all right, guys, let's get to the semi to last part of the news video here. So THQ Nordic is teasing two unannounced games that will be revealed at E3 2019. And so these two THQ Nordic games could possibly come to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, we're hearing stuff like, oh, it's going to be a Banjo remake of some sort. We're also hearing that it could be Destroy All Humans. That was a game that I played back in the day on the PlayStation 2, as well as it could be Time Splitters, like a new Time Splitters game coming out as well. And so this is what THQ really kind of hinted at. They basically said that the first one is a remake, and it will be the long-awaited return of a galactical beloved game franchise. So right there and then, I think about Destroy All Humans right there. And then of course the next one, which is the next new game, it's going to be a new vision of a beloved game franchise. So I don't know, basically they're going to give the second game a new vision, and it's sort of like a reboot or some sort of that that I can expect there. So who knows? A lot of people are saying it's going to be Time Splitters new one, or it could be Alone in the Dark. That was a game back in the day as well. So it could be any game at this point from THQ, and I do believe either one out of those two games or both of them could be coming to the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about all of that? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And all right guys, let's get to the ending part of the news video here. So PDP today tweeted out that you can pre-order the Face Off Deluxe Plus audio wired controller, the first Nintendo Switch controller that supports game audio and integrated in-game chat. You can also customize the buttons and of course interchangeable face plates. So this is really cool because this can open up the floodgates of having native chat on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, talking about maybe Discord, or we are hearing that developers are actually working on ways to add native chat support into their games, where you can just plug the headset directly into the back of the controller or down at the bottom of the controller and be able to talk natively. You don't necessarily need a phone. And so we're seeing different companies trying different SDKs, you know, to implement that into the third-party games as well as Nintendo first-party games. And I think that company is called Vivox. They're the ones that are trying with the SDKs there. So what do you guys think about this? I think this is a huge step forward into allowing native chat support on a Nintendo Switch, and I do believe that Nintendo might announce something really huge at E3. All right guys, that ends off today's news video. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and peace, Switch Gang Nation. We're out of here.